I'm Carla Herbert, and this is my husband, Fred Herbert.
Basically, we're opposing the smart meters for health reasons. And my wife has Guillain-Barré syndrome, and I have peripheral neuropathy. You know, any kind of wireless device, anything that broadcasts an RF frequency, radio frequency, and especially microwave radio frequencies, they tend to exacerbate our conditions. And what I mean by that is basically if we're exposed to that type of radiation for a period of time, sometimes it's, you know, for a couple hours, both my wife and I, we get really irritable. We start getting more tingling in our extremities, which I have problems right now as it is, and so does my wife. So that's increased. My tinnitus increases.
Memory, a little brain
A
fog.
little brain fog. You know, I wind up.
Hard to concentrate.
The concentration is lost.
Well, we both.
But usually it's not an issue. If it becomes an issue, like with our Wi-Fi, we just shut it off. We can unplug it anytime we want. So that's not an issue. Whereas smart meters, once they're installed, you can't unplug them. They're 24/7. I have the same issues with cell phones. I don't even own a cell phone, to be quite honest with you. I don't own one. Rarely use it. At home we have a landline that has a cord. It's a corded landline. And as long as I stay in those ballparks, my wife and I tend to do pretty good. But now what they want to do is they want to force us to take a smart meter, which is a dirty electricity RF microwave meter that just simply will be on for 24/7. Now they claim that they're going to be non-transmitting, or they promised us that they were going to give us a non-transmitting or non-communicating, I guess was the term that they used. That is fine, but how long is that going to last?
It's not fine.
You know, that's the problem.
Yeah, I'll just.
I don't know if that's fine, but it's just the fact that I know what they want to do is they want to get everybody to have the smart meters to begin with, and then the point is somewhere down the line they have to activate those smart meters, because what's the point of the smart meter otherwise? You're gonna, I mean, why the whole point of a smart meter is for it to transmit information.
For over 6 weeks, they've had their power turned off because they refused the smart meter. Not sure if you can tell from the video, but while describing quite a bit of anxious effects from Wi-Fi, they both seemed very calm for this interview. It made me wonder if this was a result of 6 weeks of minimal EMF exposure while their power's been turned off.
You know, in 2013, eWeb said that customers should have a choice. It's, you know, in their paperwork, the customers should not be mandated to accept a smart meter. And they literally used the word smart meter. And I'm not sure what happened to that, but they're no longer giving people a choice. This is mandated. And they're punishing people by giving them excessive fees and not letting them choose meters. I mean, we don't want a non-communicating meter. We don't want a communicating meter. We do not want a smart meter, period. So besides the, our health, safety is a big issue. You know, I've been reading about the house fires that have started from the smart meters.
The power companies act like, it was just the old generation of smart meters that caused these house fires, not the current ones. Yet here in Oregon in 2022, there was a crazy fire that was caused by the smart meter. Apparently the power utility company even admitted that the smart meter caused this inferno of a house.
Watching videos of house fires from smart meters.
Oh my goodness. Come on, guys. Thank God for 911.
because we did refuse the smart meter. We'd been getting notices, and we did get a pretty nasty letter from eWeb. They said that this letter to us inform you that based on your non-acceptance of our standard meter, the smart meter, eWeb will disconnect your service without further notice unless you take immediate action. Additionally, we received reports and evidence indicating that someone at this service address has engaged in threatening or aggressive behavior towards eWeb staff and threats to damage utility equipment. Due to the severity of the reported incidents, you are disqualified. We are disqualified from electing a manual meter. So they are trying to punish us for aggressive behavior, which we never had any aggressive communication behavior ever. And I wrote them a letter, called the police chief, and then they sent me a letter, said, okay, well, now we looked at your case, and okay, we'll give you a choice of a non-communicating. But they are trying to punish us and give us a not give us a choice of having a non-communicating meter. And it's all a technicality, because like Fred said, eventually all the meters are going to be communicating, and they're all going to be, putting out 27 times a minute, whatever. So they're just, yeah. And then we had a bill for $380 for them to turn off our electricity. So we had to pay $380, and we have to pay another $250 to turn the electricity back on if we do go with the smart meter. And at this point, we do not want to. So we've had our electricity turned off May 22nd, and today is
July 5th.
It's July 5th, and we're holding out. We are in a lawsuit with a group of 25 plaintiffs, and we are a plaintiff in a lawsuit. We feel that we should have choice.
6 years ago, smart meters were pretty rare. Today, 60 million consumers have access to detailed information about how much energy we use, how we use it, when we use it. So we can use that information to change our habits.
The most exciting thing for me is that we have an entire organization that's gotten behind data as an asset for the first time in our company's history. And we get a lot of data. We do 221 million meter reads a day, which creates about a terabyte of data every day. We can mine that data. CenterPoint Energy actually works with a variety of government entities in terms of ensuring that we are well positioned.
Use energy more efficiently. Change this fast presents new opportunities.
In early 2015, a high-level utility commissioner admitted that the residential surveillance data gathered by smart meters will be worth a lot more than the electricity itself, which is a $2.2 trillion market.
Our lawsuit against eWeb is ongoing, and it has the potential to help many other communities in this fight against smart meters due to the gross negligence that we seem to be catching our power utility company doing. So check out our legal fundraiser and learn more about what we're doing over here at givesendgo.com/sue eWeb. Just like it says on the screen on the video here, or click in the link in the description on this video, depending on where you're watching it. That's givesendgo.com/sue eWeb. The Sue is lowercase, the eWeb is uppercase. A little weird on that level, but so yeah, check it out. It really seems like our community of kind of activism in this regard has kind of always been on the cutting edge. We were the first community to push our power utility company to have an opt-in smart meter program back in 2013. Of course, they eventually figured out that no one wanted these things, and I'm sure got some push from some higher ups somewhere that made them want to change and get rid of that opt-in program that no one wanted to take part in. So eventually they did change it to an opt-out program. This legal battle is ongoing, so check it out and consider donating to our efforts. It all goes directly to the attorney, and this is progressing, and there's definitely some litigation and some legal documents that can be looked at and used by other communities as well. There's a lot going on with smart meters right now in the courts. There's a case that's reaching out to the Supreme Court in Pennsylvania, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. So again, givesendgo.com/Sue eWeb, just like it says on the screen here, or click the link in the description of this video. And thanks so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.